We are going to talk about the assessment and planning process used to determine needed member services and supports. When a member is found to be DDD eligible, the support coordinator contacts the member or their responsible person. The support coordinator schedules a planning meeting. The members of the planning team are different depending on the needs and wishes of the member. Members of the planning team include the member, the DDD support coordinator, the member's family or responsible person as appropriate, and/or any other individuals the member or responsible person or the division select. A lot of things are done at the planning meeting. The planning team uses a person-centered approach to create a planning document. The planning document includes a service plan. The service plan identifies the services the member gets or requests. These services can be through DDD and/or the member's community. The support coordinator completes the planning document. The member's strengths and needs are written in the plan. This results in a plan that meets the functional and social needs of the member. Functional assessments help identify the level of support, supervision, and resources a member needs. The plan also meets the physical and behavioral health needs of the member in the most integrated setting. Integrated settings are the least restrictive setting where the member can have access to all the benefits of community living. The member and the responsible person actively participate in the planning meeting. Active participation begins before the meeting starts. Before the meeting, the member or responsible person prepare to talk about the member's vision of the future and goals, changes in the member's health and well-being, changes in the member's medical, dental, and/or behavioral health status, the member's educational status and goals, if applicable, the member's strengths, needs, and preferences, things that are going well for the member, and concerns or questions about supports and services, or if the member is all-text eligible, meaning approved for Arizona long-term care services. Copies of paperwork about any changes in the member's medical, dental, behavioral health, or educational status need to be presented at the meeting. The support coordinator's responsibilities include serving as the primary contact for the planning team, making sure that the planning team members are aware of the meeting topics, reviewing the member's file, preparing meeting topics prior to the meeting, leading the meeting using a person-centered approach, helping the member and their family feel comfortable with the planning process, answering questions asked by the team, assisting the member in applying for other programs such as Ultex or SNAP, helping with problems the member has in obtaining care, identifying services and supports based on assessed need, including physical and behavioral health, and if eligible, long-term care services. Making decisions about what services and supports the member receives is a team process. The process includes the member participating in decision-making, talking about the member's future plans and goals, considering the member's unique characteristics, reviewing assessments and evaluations, reviewing medical and behavioral health appointments, identifying natural supports, helping to identify other supports or services needed to improve the member's independence, identifying risks to the member's safety and well-being, and, if the member is Ultex eligible, making a backup plan for critical home and community-based services such as attendant care, respite, homemaker, also known as housekeeping, habilitation or individually designed living arrangement, IDLA, and nursing. All members and families are different. Services and supports are based on the member's unique needs. The planning process is specific to the member. Finding out the wants and needs of the member and their family is important. These wants and needs are respected whenever possible. They will be discussed at the planning meeting. The assessment process is used to identify the member's needs. The planning team works together to make sure those needs are met. The planning team helps the member get help with those needs. They use resources like the member's family or friends, community organizations, and, if the member is Ultex eligible, DDD home and community-based services. The division is responsible for meeting the needs of the member. Creative solutions may be needed to meet the family's wants. The member's age, where they live, and services received will determine how often meetings are held. The majority of times, planning meetings are held every 90 days. The meeting support coordinator is available between meetings as needed. If you have any questions about the assessment process, please contact your support coordinator or the Customer Service Center at 844-770-9500, option 1.